Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we're going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Mr. Miyagi saved Miguel from Kyler during the events of Cobra Kai Season 1? So in this timeline, Mr. Miyagi wouldn't pass away in 2011, and he would still be alive. He would still live at his house, and he would visit Daniel on a regular basis. Since Mr. Miyagi was still alive in this timeline, Mr. Miyagi and Anthony would have a closer connection, and Mr. Miyagi would teach Anthony some karate. Those events would continue. Miguel would still move to the valley in this timeline, and he would still go to the convenience store, but in this timeline, Johnny wouldn't be there. Instead, Mr. Miyagi would be at the convenience store, and he would see Kyler and his friends messing with Miguel, so Mr. Miyagi would tell them to leave Miguel alone, but Kyler would laugh at Mr. Miyagi, and he would want to continue messing with Miguel, so Mr. Miyagi would approach them, and he would once again tell them to leave Miguel alone. Kyler would continue laughing, and he would want to push Mr. Miyagi away, but Mr. Miyagi would get out of the way, and he would trip Kyler, so Kyler would fall on the floor, and he would get mad. So Kyler would want to fight Mr. Miyagi, and Mr. Miyagi would have no choice but to defend himself, and he would redirect Kyler towards his friends. Kyler's friends would be surprised, and they would want to fight Mr. Miyagi, so Mr. Miyagi would use Miyagi-Do to defend himself, and even at his age, they wouldn't be able to land a single hit on him, and he would easily take them down. Miguel would be surprised, and he would ask Mr. Miyagi if he could teach him. Mr. Miyagi would hesitate, but he would eventually agree. So he would give Miguel his address, and he would tell him to meet him there first thing in the morning, and the events of Season 1 would continue. Miguel would show up at Mr. Miyagi's house, and he would be impressed by Mr. Miyagi's car collection. Mr. Miyagi would make a deal with Miguel, like he made one with Daniel. He would say that he would teach him karate, as long as he agreed to learn, and do what he says, no questions asked. Miguel would agree, so Mr. Miyagi would tell Miguel to wash the cars, and he would show him wax on and wax off. Anthony would show up around this time, and he would be surprised to see Miguel, so Anthony and Miguel would meet, and Anthony would tell him that it'll all make sense soon. So Anthony would continue his training with Mr. Miyagi, and the events of Season 1 would continue. Miguel would still be the new kid at his school, and he would still become friends with Eli and Dimitri. Those events would stay the same. Mr. Miyagi would tell Daniel about Miguel. He would say that Miguel reminded him of when Daniel was younger, and Daniel would be happy that Mr. Miyagi found a new student. Those events would carry on. Sam and Kyler would still be dating in this timeline, and Daniel would still want to invite Kyler over. So Kyler would still go over for dinner, and he would be surprised to see Mr. Miyagi there. Mr. Miyagi and Kyler would recognize each other, so Mr. Miyagi would tell Daniel about Kyler. Daniel would get mad, and he would want to kick Kyler out, but Mr. Miyagi would say that Kyler was troubled, and he would want to help him, but Kyler would still be afraid of Mr. Miyagi, and he would leave, so Sam and Kyler would break up a lot sooner in this timeline. Miguel would continue his training at Mr. Miyagi's house, and he would continue doing various chores, and that is where I'm going to end part 1. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Mr. Miyagi saved Miguel from Kyler during the events of Cobra Kai Season 1? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.